Welcome to our Posh podcast. We have a first today. I am your host, Gabrielle, and I'm here with my Puerto Rican buddy, Bernie.
Hello.
My co-host today. And we're without Marcella because she
weird.
is so sick.
That's not true.
The flu, but she is on the phone with us.
That's right.
We're not.
Hello.
We're not totally without.
No, we're not totally without. She says she
sounds
feels
so different.
boring,
Yeah.
but we said it's better she's here than not at all.
And your throat doesn't hurt at all. It's just you can't talk. You're losing your voice.
I think that my fever is like kicking my ass more than anything.
Nah, that sucks.
And
It
we're-
makes me feel so sick.
I bet.
Still sound in good spirits though.
You do surprisingly
Thank
enough
you.
sound in good
Did
spirits.
you listen to my voicemail yet?
No, not yet. I think I felt
Well, how about hi, Spyder?
Hello.
I thought he was going to do
I
it
know,
again and
for
get us
sure.
in the mood.
You know.
He keeps us on our toes. I never know
do.
if there's music or something. Well, today's episode, we are going to talk about something that when I saw this, I was like, what the heck does that mean? Has anyone heard about cuffing season?
Oh yeah.
No, what is that?
Cuffing, cuffing season.
not until you told me the other day.
No, what is that?
I never heard
I'm
of it.
surprised. I'm
You-
very surprised.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't heard of this.
Cuffing season. I can't believe you know this. I've never,
course.
ever heard this.
It's
Cuffing season
It's
is a real
yearly
thing.
Yeah.
But what is it?
So people look for boyfriends and girlfriends so that they're not alone during the holiday season.
It's basically
I've never heard it's cuffing, but that
it's
pretty
basically
common.
people version of animal hibernation.
Oh.
That's how I describe it.
All right, describe this right here because I didn't know this was an actual thing.
I didn't know. I had no idea there was a name for it.
But it makes
I didn't
sense.
know that this is a thing. I could never imagine, even if I was single, that I'm going, okay, now I need a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Most
because
people.
now this season is
I
coming
don't-
upon.
I don't think it's conscious for a lot of people though.
Yeah, that's
It's
exactly
that
right.
It's getting cold.
Yeah.
You want someone to stay warm with for the winter time.
Now,
I swear.
Sure.
what's interesting is that this term has just been added in 2011. No wonder I never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. This is why we do this. We're
That's
learning
good.
new
I
things
feel-
all the time. So it says cuffing season is basically when content singles suddenly pair up. Like it's a sudden pairing up.
It can't be a conscious thought, though.
No, it is.
It is for some people, I think,
Mhm.
but I think it's not for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like
do they break up in the summer?
yes.
Is there like a website for cuffing?
Let's find out.
Any dating site?
Any
That's a good point.
It makes people eager to have a sweetheart to cuddle with by the fire, to kiss at midnight on New Year's, and to take to the office Christmas party.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
And it starts in the fall. It starts at the end of fall and it ends before springtime.
Yeah.
Then they break up.
Well, it's usually, people, I can see that though, because if you're in the summer, and usually most people try to get in better shape in the summertime, and it's more scantily clothed. Or the winter time's like it is, it's hibernation time. So I can
Cuffing
totally see that.
season, pair up before Thanksgiving and break up after Valentine's Day.
See, and
Oh my
that's-
god!
That is
Wow.
complete opposite of what I like to do, which is start or after Christmas and then break up before Valentine's Day, and hopefully their birthday's
Saves
not
you
in
some
there.
money.
Yeah, so I don't have to get any gifts at all.
Oh.
That's really funny.
Now, that's a jackass move, but that's what I do.
Oh,
You can see
There's ellischat.com, and it's steps to getting cuffed during the fall.
what's it?
And-
What website?
ELLIS chat.com,
Ellis Chat.
and it's making new introductions easier. So I guess it's a website, and I guess you can find people to get cuffed with.
Ellis.
you can
Chat?
get people to get cuffed with.
Who wants to hibernate with me?
They say, according to older data from Facebook, people are often entering in a relationship between October and February and then changing their status back to single in March.
So Ellis Chat. What is it? Marcella. I'm sorry.
ELLIS chat.com.
All right.
And when you go to it, it says cuffing at the top. How do I sign up? To join us on cuffing season, all you need to do is sign in by clicking the Facebook sign in button.
It won't let me get in there for whatever reason.
Doesn't want you to be cuffed.
Stacy's running that one.
Yeah, she's like,
blocked.
nope. Cuffing season happens like a perfect storm. A quality of life coach based in Los Angeles says, who focuses on self-care as foundational aspect of her service. The cold weather creates a desire for someone to hold you and keep you warm. Society tells us holidays are meant to be shared with a mate. Knowing you can get the winter blues triggers the idea that being in a relationship will bring you more joy. All of this contributes to you feeling that you would rather Netflix and chill with a partner, even someone who's just okay. Oh my God. No, thank you. I don't want to be with someone that's just okay.
You don't count. You don't count.
Oh,
you don't.
It doesn't get that cold here anyway.
That's
Yeah, it doesn't.
like right now it's like 70 degrees outside,
Yeah,
75 degrees, which is really great.
I mean, then you have to have sex with people that you're not like even.
Yeah, but that's
You
not.
don't have
people don't give a shit about that. Everyone's banging everybody nowadays.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
Bernie,
do. I hate to
stop
rain on your parade there, but it's true.
I think that's true, but like I couldn't do it. Like I don't know. I can't sit around.
But wouldn't you agree? A lot of your friends are doing it. I could say a lot of my friends just randomly banging people. It's a normal thing.
Yes,
nowadays.
of course. One of my best friends just like got out of her relationship and has been banging very quickly.
How long was she in a relationship for?
Give her my number.
A year and like a month.
Was it a bad relationship?
Well, she said she was heartbroken.
She went from being heartbroken to just sleeping around.
Well, that's how you get over it sometimes.
Not necessarily. She just stuffing that shit deep. She can deal with it eventually, but
I feel like it would make it worse for me.
I can't even imagine.
I think everybody's done that before. Haven't you done it before though? Where you just randomly have sex? No, you've never?
Mm-mm.
Never.
Really? Yeah.
Never.
Majority of people have done it. I've done it before, and it's. I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to just feel better about yourself for the situation. It doesn't really work. It doesn't at all. I mean, if you really care about someone or miss them or whatnot, it never helps. Because you feel good while it's going on, but afterwards, it's not great.
Right. But this is too, it's like if you get together November 1st and then break up after Valentine's Day, there has to be at some point, if you're getting together without saying we're cuffing, I mean, doesn't somebody get heartbroken eventually?
Yes.
You would think. And I have 7 identifiers if one or the other is trying to get cuffed only and not in a relationship.
And people have that conversation? That's so crazy to me. To have the agreement of, hey, listen.
I don't think they do, though.
No, they don't. They say they're using you as a cuff.
All right. What's the 7?
Oh, so these are the signs?
These are the signs. There's a sense of urgency to meet. Let's be honest. Non-cuffers are vetting out dating app matches for weeks before they decide to meet up. But during cuffing season, people don't have time to waste, and they're trying to get a drink. How do you say that?
Which one?
Stat. Oh, stat.
That.
The drink stat.
Oh, get a drink stat.
Oh, okay.
Quick.
Fast. They're making holiday plans as a couple on the first few dates. Meeting the whole family is huge. You wouldn't share that experience with just anyone unless there's a reason you need to appear taken at a family gathering to avoid a certain aunt who always tries to set you up.
That's so weird.
That is weird.
They make plans with you regularly, but nothing in the spring or beyond March.
But how do you know? I mean, if it's fall, how do you know if it's not going to evolve into something in spring?
That's right. I know this whole cuffing thing is extremely intriguing. I don't know. It's very strange.
Yeah, somebody has to start crying after.
Somebody has to cry.
Oh, that's so sad.
They want to watch movies, stay in and cuddle, but nothing else. You may think, hey, this is super cute and romantic, but nah. They're literally just trying to get warm, girl.
Boring.
Boring. All their friends are also in relationships. It's hard being the single one in a group of everybody having a significant other, you know. This could make them want to faster without thinking things through.
Wow.
All of a
But
sudden.
it's not always like a bad thing to like be single. Like people put such a negative like, oh my God, I'm the only single one. Or I'm like, I think about all the people that are there that are miserable in their relationship.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I mean, I can understand that though, that you're the only single. All your friends are out at a bar. They are all in relationships. You're the only single one. You don't have a wingman or anything.
I don't agree necessarily with that. I mean, it never ever. I mean, I've had my moments where I've gotten out of a relationship, and then you feel awkward because you don't have your mojo, so you're starting to try to get back into feeling comfortable being single. But the times that I've been single and I enjoyed it, I fucking enjoyed it. It wasn't. I didn't care.
No, I'm with you.
And my buddy is like, whenever we'd go out, if I was the guy, I was like the perfect friend because I wasn't the guy with my head just rubbernecking, trying to hit on everything out there. I just didn't give a shit. I enjoyed being single. I enjoyed just going out.
And having fun.
Yeah, just did having fun. So I think, Marcella, that you're right. I think it's just people don't know how to appreciate that yet. But eventually, if you can learn to appreciate it, so being single has the ability to be really good.
Yeah, it does.
So, and being in a relationship obviously does it also, but I mean, there's pros and cons to everything.
But like, if you're in a bad relationship, it's much better to be single. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
a better
Absolutely.
life.
I'm a professional at the single life. I love it.
I love it. All of a sudden, they're leaving their toothbrush and sweatshirt over at your place after the very first few dates. This is for convenience. Remember, they're not trying to go out anywhere. So they're just trying to stay home.
I don't know.
That's just
So
tossed in
there's
the trash.
I don't know. I
Oh,
mean, what if you really
man.
like someone and you just connect?
Right.
It's like, so for me, for example, I'm a super homebody. Like I'd prefer to be chilling and watching Netflix and just hanging out with that one person than going out and whatnot. I've always been that way.
Oh, I like being home too.
Yeah.
But that's your year-round personality.
Nah,
This is a seasonal thing.
you're right.
The friend you've had for years
weird.
suddenly
Yeah.
confesses their undying love for you. This is probably #fake news, and they're
Wait,
falling into
what?
the trap of cuffing too.
Read that again.
I have friends that do that too, just to make
What?
fun of them,
What?
because guys do that to them all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. That's
like,
crazy.
You know,
That's mean.
people that never, there was nothing there ever, but all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got this message the other day. It's like, hey, can we talk? Blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, yeah.
Does that ever happen to you, Marcella?
No.
Well, I'll check your messages later.
No, I just never. I feel like I just don't think that ends well. Like, and I've never. I don't know. I mean, I've had a friend do that, but that was like true.
But what? It was true?
Yeah, like
True. How?
actually.
But don't these people also who are cuffing, aren't they? I mean, don't they really think they feel that way?
Yeah, they're probably lying to themselves about it.
But do they realize they're lying to themselves about it?
I don't think so.
No.
I think a lot of this is not conscious
I agree.
decisions.
I agree.
But some of it says that these people are actually setting out to do this.
I think that
Those are some fucked up, mean,
No
shitty
chill.
people.
You're right?
No kidding.
well, once people kind of like recognize it, they try and take advantage of it.
Wow. You're a shitty person if you do that. You're a really bad person.
And
No
it's
kidding.
they say, but also know this: women don't always want relationships by the end of it either. There tends to be a huge stigma against women when it comes to cuffing season. It's assumed that they are always catching feelings, whereas men always want to keep things casual. If there's like a grain of truth to that, it's only a grain. In fact, in one study, 65% of women and 45% of men reported wishing their hookup would become a committed relationship.
Yeah, I would think
That's just a long hookup from
Yeah.
November to
yeah, it
That is a long hookup.
really is.
Right.
But then
Well.
again, if you're feeding into that's just so fucking shitty. Because if you're feeding into it knowing that you're wanting to just have a hookup, but you're making someone feel those feelings and letting them leave their shit at your place, or you're leaving their shit at their place,
Making them hopeful,
yeah,
maybe.
and you're giving them reason to think. I mean, and it happens all the time. We obviously know that there's an article on it, but I think you're just you're a fucking bad person.
yeah, right.
Just communicate it. Tell them your intentions.
Well, that's what like even Randall, who we just had on the show, he said that when he was younger, he was really open and honest, which is really cool.
Yep.
No, that's all I do. Like, because I'm not looking for anything crazy like that. Like, I've been in long-term relationships, but they were never serious. If that makes sense.
No, that doesn't make sense. What is that?
long term, not serious relationships.
Yeah. Like,
How does that work?
I talked to y'all one day about that one girl I dated for like 2 years. Like, neither one of us ever had plans to be together. It was just we had fun hanging out all the time.
You guys
You know,
dated other people too?
Yeah, like she would go off and do her thing. I'd go off and do my thing. But at the end of the day, you know, we were really good friends, and we'd come back together and chill. And
I
shit.
couldn't do that. I couldn't date someone who's dating other people. Like
Never.
never. I wouldn't
Not
be
even for
second.
one.
I don't be sloppy seconds to anybody.
Nope. ever. Doesn't work at all.
No,
I
it
can't
doesn't
do
work
it.
at all.
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
I've had girlfriends I've had friends who wanted to date that were dating friends of mine before, which is really fucked up. But I'd say
At the same time?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
say that again?
I've had girlfriends, not girlfriends like girlfriend of mine. I've had friends that were dating a girl who the girl would try to date me at the same time. And I thought that was always fucking weird.
Oh.
And my friends didn't know. And so it was weird. It's just, I don't know. Some people can manage that.
It's
And
too shady.
Yeah, that's always weird.
So shady because then you could never trust that person.
I believe in karma wholeheartedly at my age. I totally believe in karma. I believe what goes around fucking seriously comes around. And so I've learned that from my own experiences for sure. I'm very cautious about every decision I make. But yeah, when it comes to love and shit like that, that stuff comes back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I think we learned about cuffing season, people. If you were in a cuffing situation, why don't you DM us and come on the show? I would love to hear this. Yeah, me too.
And if you're looking to get cuffed, don't hit me up.
Well, more of don't they want to hit you up? I mean, just for a season.
If you're a lady that likes your relationship, but after Christmas and before Valentine's Day, let me know.
Oh, then it's just not before Christmas.
Right.
We'll give you Spyder's contact info.
And hopefully you have like a summertime birthday.
Oh,
that's funny. That's so funny.
I think we need to call Miss Polly.
Miss Polly.
Hello.
Oh, shit.
Yay.
Hi, Miss Polly.
Sorry.
There was no rings.
And
no
we're
nothing.
back.
It was-
That's so funny.
And we're back. We have to play a jingle.
No one was ready for that.
Okay.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk with Miss Polly.
Miss Polly, I came across this question and I thought people would like to hear an answer. It is, why do some people laugh or cry uncontrollably during or after sex?
What?
Shit.
Yeah, because, hello. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Really? I've never ever experienced that.
yeah.
What was that like?
That was like the most cathartic release ever.
Really?
When the sex is so good and your orgasm is so good that you literally you're laughing and you're crying at the same time. What? Because it's like such an emotion.
Oh, Marcella's
Literally,
multiple
you
what's
are.
over there.
If you think about, you're being like inundated with dopamine, epinephrine, oxytocin, all at the same time, which those are all emotional kind of drugs in your system. And yeah, seriously.
I want to think,
It happens.
that's true, but
I've never had that.
the crier I ran into was because she was religious.
The crier I
Yeah.
ran into. Tell us about that, Spyder.
Yeah, like
Okay.
multiple times after we had sex, she would cry, and it wasn't.
What?
It
Like
wasn't
cry,
because
like
she was
bawl?
overwhelmed or anything. It's because she was religious. She wanted.
Was she ashamed?
Yes, basically.
My gosh.
She cried.
Okay.
I'd have to ask
Well,
you.
then there's that.
What
Then,
did you say?
Me, I didn't say much of anything until she said, "I don't know what my mom would think," and I was like, "Well,
Oh,
goodbye."
what?
That was the last time.
You should have just said.
Okay.
You should have said,
Well, then
"Let's
there's
pray.
that.
Let's pray about this."
Oh,
Dude, that's
God.
crazy.
Ah,
That
Wow.
is weird. I've never experienced that.
he was talking to
I've never
Jesus
kind of experienced
in
that.
the act.
You never made them. I'm kidding.
I've had people cry because they had sex with me. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. But I've never experienced that. Marcella,
No, neither one.
you never cried because you're like, what the hell did I just do?
You don't have a good laugh
Well,
during
no,
sex.
because I try to make better choices.
Wait.
Like I don't cry after because I'm not like. I mean, that's weird. I'm not
I thought
weird
the
like
same
that.
thing.
I don't know. I think that's odd. I know that like when Valerie came on,
Miss
she
Polly
said
is like,
that.
you just told Miss Polly she's weird.
It's just being overwhelmed by
Well,
emotions.
I'm used to it.
I mean, I would love to have such an amazing orgasm that it makes me cry. That would make me happy. That would make me really happy. Who would want to do that?
Valerie said the same thing on the show that like her and Jess would like cry after.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that.
They both cry?
Mm-hmm.
I guess
I'm sorry.
maybe
that's really
that
funny.
it's an emotional release for some people too.
Yeah.
You know.
That's crazy. That's
Oh,
funny.
no, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a laugher though.
Never.
I'm definitely a laugher.
Yeah, not after, just all throughout.
Oh, okay.
Have a good time.
Well, yeah, 'cause you're
y'all
supposed
are
to
some
laugh.
fucking weirdos. All of y'all are weird. No.
Hey,
Do that.
I'm pretty okay with that. Not the first time I've heard that.
That's so funny. No.
That is funny.
I mean, laughing like during or something is different because like things happen that are funny, but like an
Yeah.
uncontrollable laughter after, like you're crazy. Like I've never. What's wrong?
Yeah, I've never experienced that.
All right, let's go.
Well,
Question
yeah,
of
I have.
the day.
That's funny.
Time for the question of the day.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Do people ever really get over their first love?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
I don't even remember who it was.
I don't either.
I had a first love. No, I've talked about it before. Her name is Jill Robertson.
Oh,
And
damn.
Oh,
she's remarried. She's married twice. She's super awesome. She's super, super cool. But I remember when I was 18 years old, oh man, she was my first love, and I was so utterly infatuated in love with her. And she broke up with me, and I lost like 20 pounds in
Oh,
like
wow.
3 months. I was so depressed. And she ended up, I was going to this big mega church, and she ended up dating the guy who was like in charge of the music ministry.
Oh, no.
And then they ended up, and it was, at this point I'm 18 or 19 years old. And so this guy's like a big wig. This church had like 5,000, 6,000 people at it. And so I'm watching Love of My Life date this is when I was like really going to church all the time. I'm watching the Love of My Life date this director of music.
oh my
And he was a great guy. At the time I hated him. He
Yeah,
was just
right.
such a great guy. And she ended up marrying him, and then he ended up being gay. And then
Damn.
Oh.
Yep, yeah. And he's an awesome guy. Like he's to this day I think he's awesome. But and then when I first got into medical, her and I had lunch, and I made a joke with her about it because I was totally over it. But it took a couple years to get over that because it's your first love.
Yeah.
And but I made a joke. I'm like, I bet you wish you would have stayed with me. She ended up marrying a gay guy. And
Right.
but she's her has a kiddo. Her and her husband are awesome, and her brother's a good friend of mine.
That's so funny.
I know, but definitely I can speak to the fact that you definitely
Get over it.
hell yeah.
I think you do too.
And I think she's awesome. She's super dope.
There's a thing they say that you fall in love every 7 years. You can, not that you do, but you can. Every 7 years.
I'm running behind if that's the case.
So is it
Right?
you fall in love like at the 7-year mark, you have the ability to forget the person you fell in love with before that?
I
Or
don't
what is
know.
that?
I read a study one time that said that every 7 years you have the
Interesting.
ability to find that right person to fall madly in love with.
How do you gauge that though?
I don't know.
Nah, well.
Um,
Surely I'm
I
not
don't
the
know.
only one who has fallen in love and gotten over their first love.
I don't even know if
Oh
I have
God,
been
I
in love.
I don't even remember who. Oh,
You don't remember?
I'm pretty sure I'm
your first
over
love?
it if I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't-
right, we're all over
Definitely
it. We're
I mean,
definitely
it's
over
just
it.
a matter of, you move on.
yeah.
Or
Right.
at least hopefully you
Well, they
can.
say like
because that's-
you can only have like, I want to say it was like 90 different people in your head, something like that.
What?
Like after that, you start forgetting people.
Oh,
And
Well,
there's some
you-
weird thing about
Okay.
like old tribes where tribes would only be like 90 people and they split off or
Oh,
something
shit.
like that.
oh wow,
I've never heard that before.
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Just takes
Because
time.
at any given point when I worked at Starbucks, I had so many drink orders and people's names in my head, it was insane.
I thought you were about to say something like, when I went to Starbucks, I banged so many of the customers, and that's what I was expecting.
I wish you worked at the Starbucks.
You're so
guys.
cute.
I love you. I love you. We know you're the show slut moves. Come on.
I was going to say, dang, if only. Oh, my Lanta.
Well, on that note, you guys, thank you for listening.
Bye.
And don't get cuffed.
Bye.